Welcome back. So this is a bit of a update for a lot of stuff actually, but we'll just call this a painting challenge update for IDICBeers. For the most part, I've decided on what I need to paint. I've got about 30 Marines over here, some that I had to hand do the base coat because Char put a bunch of my paint. He got this and squirted it out. There's a big blob when I come in here, so I had to save it. But got about 30 Marines over there. I'm going to do these guys, my Castellan robots, and their handlers. So I got 4 robots, 2 handlers. Do my, I think these are destroyers right here. Cataphragm destroyers with a, I got the grab on them. That's really loose. Oh, I did it so that this could move, didn't I? Forgot I had done that. All of them? Yeah, still all of... Wait, one left? Yeah, they can all move. I got 6 of these guys. Anyway, flamer, grab. And then these 2 guys. My dudes are going to do... I've got the box set here. And 2 of these are both with the Icarus array. I had to repair this one, and I'll talk about that in a second. Then I've got one with the thing, and one of those unbuilt. So I've got 2 with Icarus array. Here's the other one. And we got enough Ranger slash, what are these guys? Vanguard? Something? Bodies to fill out the bodies that I have here and create, basically fill it out so I have 2 full 10-man groups of these and 2 full 10-man groups of these dudes. Now these dudes, I bought these from someone, and this is why I haven't really painted this in a while. It's been sitting on the shelf so long. It's been weighing on me what to do with them. See, the thing is, they were painted by the previous person. He had done this. Let me see if I can get this over. This purple, kind of. It's really big. It's really just tabletop. It's like 3 colors and that's it. And I just didn't know if I wanted to keep that purple. I tried to overdo some of them, and it didn't really look that good. And then it just didn't work. So I decided, well, let's just do it. Just keep the purple. So I started painting on some of these guys that I've got, and just to see how that would look. I really should have painted some other colors before that purple, but I can go back over it and fix it after I do the other colors. I'm going to try to up the paint quality on them a little bit, but I'll have to do my best that I can to get them out. Now I have these 3 Iron Striders. They all have the las cannons when I got them from them. So I took and I busted off the arms on this guy and the las cannon, and I repaired this with some bits on the front. And I gave him the little Serpenta, I think it's called. And I gave him the big sniper rifle. I thought that would be kind of a cool option since there's only one of them at this time. Probably should have magnetized that option, because now when I look at his stats, probably having the lance and a few of these guys with lances that can run in, they can have a pretty good charge attack for what they do. But really I had to do that because I want to field these as a war convocation and have everything I need for a war I actually have more, because I've got an extra one of these dudes, and I have Castellan robots and their guys. So I have more than I need for a war convocation. In fact, I've got, let me get right here, they're behind the camera, so if it shakes, I'm sorry. I've got another thing of the Sicarians, and I'm not sure if I want to make them rust stalkers or the infiltrators. I'm really thinking about the infiltrators. Actually, I like the infiltrator rules. There's a formation that you need 3 sets of rust stalkers, though. But I'm not sure if it's really worth doing that if I'm maybe never really going to field that formation much, and that I like the infiltrators better, so that I can either make 2 units of infiltrators or 1 big unit of infiltrators. So I may just go ahead and do these as infiltrators. So they're not even put together. And then I have these guys. I bought these because I wanted to have all the units that come with the Adeptus Mechanicus, and I'm pretty sure I do have at least one of everything. And then I looked at the rules, and they're just like, I need like 2 more boxes to make the formation that they have, make it decent. So that's a thing, but I'm just not. I don't know. I like them though. I like them as the melee version, right? The coolness of that. But it seems like the blasty shooty version of them is actually a little bit better game wise. So those, I have no idea. They'll probably still stay there for a while till I decide if I'm going to get 2 more boxes so I can do formation, or if I'm just going to do one as each individual type, so they have at least one of everything in this army, and get it going. Now, I had to do some repairs to this army. Let me see. These guys didn't have bases, so I had to dig some out. Some of the arms were broken. To fix somebody's arm. This guy right here. Had to fix his taser goad. They're not armed probably the way I would arm them, which is kind of unfortunate. This guy was built as an option for the leader. He did one in each of the options of the weapons that the leaders could carry. I busted that off of the least desirable option, at least in my opinion, to turn him into a regular guy, so when I get the Rangers out of the box, from the start collecting box, and fix these all up, that there'll be enough guys to do 2 units of 10 for the 2 different types with special weapons and all that, all good to go. So it's a lot of work, but I'm gonna do the best I can. Now I took these are the stubber or whatever auto cannon option for the these dudes right here. And what I did is I glued those onto these guys, because these guys can take a 5-point option of another one of these weapons. I believe it's a stubber there. Well, even if this is auto cannon or something like that, I'm using it as that option, whatever that is, stubber or auto cannon. I'm using that to represent that on each model, because as a war convocation, that's an upgrade, and all upgrades are free, and so I might as well take it, right? The one I build, I'm going to put the guy in the turret and have him with a gun, and this is why this one is out. That I'm going to glue that on there as well. So on the one I'm building, the Icarus array, it's kind of interesting. I'm thinking the one I'm going to build is going to be with a neutron laser. I kind of like it. I'm not sure about the Eradicator. Oh, this got bumped. Kids playing in here. Look. T hiding under my desk. See this model here that's got a ding I gotta fix? Told you not to play with these.
I did it.
If you can hear, Charlie's supposedly taking his nap, screaming in the background in the other room. And LT's supposed to be with him, had his nap, but he thinks he's hiding under my desk and not being noticed.
I know.
So, but yeah, I could see having one of these Icarus Array. But only for my local meta. I'm speaking as for my local meta. If you have a lot of flyers in there, these are great. But having the 2, I had to repair this one. I just glued this different thing on here because it was broken off. I'll show you that. Don't repair me. But I don't know. Don't really need. I think it's a waste of the firepower. So I'm going to end up at least having this one. I think this is the plasma something right there. An Icarus Array one, and then Neutron. So they're all 3 have different weapons. I'm not using the Eradicators because I actually think the Neutron laser, I like its profile better for myself. And drinking my water. I know it's orange stuff. Got to put tang in it. give me some flavor every once in a while. I put a little bit of tang powder in there. It's an old school beverage mix. But need a drink. Hold on a sec. That's what I got going. I said I've done some hand basing, about to fire up the airbrush and get all these gray guys base black, and then Deathwatch will get another coat, and then these guys will probably, for the most part, some of them won't, but a lot of them will get a some kind of steel or silver coat over a lot of the black. And then I'll go in and do colors and do the purple. This first dark layer is going to be Xerxes purple, the Citadel. It's the best match I can tell. It looks like he used that, and then he maybe did one or two highlights here and there, and then he overcoated them completely. Well, he put the copperish color on there, and then he overcoated them completely in Nuln oil, really thick Nuln oil in some places because it almost looks black on some of the areas. He did white on his purity seals. I don't do mine white. They really, I don't like them the white, unfortunately, so I'll have to go and redo some purity seals, I think, and do them with the flesh tone and bring them down. And that'll be fun. But right now we're dealing with, usually every once in a while, we have to deal with the winter. We have a mouse invasion, right? LT?
Yes.
So we had a mouse invasion. And so we're dealing with that right now. That's fun. I hate that. But hopefully we can catch them all and get rid of them again. It's this thing when you live out in the country and it gets cold in the winter, they do everything they can to find the way into your home, and it's unless your home is completely airtight, and in which case you suffocate and die, they do find ways in, the little buggers. So that's that little update. Just wanted to share with you guys what I'm doing. When I get the gray guys, depending on how it goes, if I get them based all black, I may do a video on that depending on how long that takes. And then or it'll be after I get them based in black and then double coated and then the silver on them, depending on how I roll through that process. I'll show you them after that. I would really kind of a thing I ran into. I got this guy from the Start Collecting box. He's got a huge base. And I got this guy, I think, individually or vice versa. I can't remember. One of them I bought just as himself, and one I got in the Start Collecting box. But one has this huge base, and then it has a little base. But I thought, that's cool, because when I run them, one's going to be like part of a formation, the other comes part of the CAD part of Adeptus Mechanicus, if I run them like that. And he'll be in the formation where it's the destroyers and the robots, big formation. One of those, I forget, but he'll come in that one, so he'll be the top dog, and then he'll be secondary dogs in a smaller base, and that'll be a way to tell them apart. And the last thing, you probably saw it here, right here, I was experimenting with lava type bases. Came out really cool. It was a different process. I need to find a yellow that doesn't tame down so much. I'll show you a little closer. But what I found with this is I did a layer of the water effects, and then I kind of dripped some drops of paint in there, the colors, and swirled them around with my little sticks and into my paintbrush and stuff. Let that dry. When it dried, it was really flat, and it was kind of shiny. I threw some pebbles in there, some rocks. Did another layer, did some more colors, and swirled them around, let that dry, and then I was looking, I was like, it's got a little bit of the thickness, which is nice. It's got some ruggedness in there, and I'll probably in the future will use these and have these black and make these up like stone or broken concrete or ground, and then do the lava running in between. But this was just a test to see the effect. But when I got to that stage, I was like, doesn't look right. And what it was the paint that I put in there was really kind of, and a lot of it kind of floated to the surface, and so it looked dull, because most of my paints are dull paints. They're not made to be gloss. They're not gloss paints, I should say. And so it had a dull effect. So what I did is I put another really thin layer of the water effects over it to get this gloss. And now it looks really good. I like it. It's not spectacular awesome, but I think if I took a toothpick and really played with paints, maybe had the drops on the palette, and then just use the toothpick to draw, do what I wanted to do. Plus I used the black of the base. I just put it over the black of the base, and I figured if that black shone through, it might be good. But I think I would either paint that base, probably the yellow, because that's the color I'm having the most trouble getting to stick out really well. But probably the yellow or red, or maybe yellow and red streak it like I did the water effect bases, and then put it over, and then build up from there in the different layers. That's probably what I'll do different. But yeah, it worked out pretty good. I like it. I still, out of the 3 that I've done, the regular water, this lava, and I'm looking around, there it is. I char painted some gray on it, so it kind of moved it up a little bit. The swamp base, I like this dirty, mucky swamp base of most of them all. This one worked out the best. So you can see them here together and see what they look like. You guys decide which one you like best. Let me see, I got one marine over here on the bike. There we go. 3 different effects. Guess which one you liked better. But yeah, I was thinking about that for the Mechanicus, but on my timeline, these end up being a 2-day process. This ends up being a 3-day process because of the extra layer that has to go over the top. So I don't know if that's going to work in my time frame to get these done by the end of the year. I may do something more with the cork on the larger models, because these guys, I had planned on these guys being on the cork, and you know, they're not even glued down to the bases yet, because this is what the cork is for. You know, put them in, or they're breaking through here, stuff like that. That's how these guys, you know. So not 100% sure the plan there. And what I'm gonna do, may just do the Mars. I got the sand, the red sand, the paints, and all that to do that Mars kind of colored scheme base with sand and debris. And maybe that's what I'll do. Alright, I've rambled on way longer than I thought I was going to. But I just wanted to update you guys on that and show you a little bit what I'm doing. I've got 2 plans. That's the next tournament. This is part of what I'm thinking. One is either going to be the War Convocation with a little bit of Deathwatch backup. The other is going to be a Deathwatch Force with, I think it's called the Elimination Maniple. It's the formation that has the Castellan robots and the destroyers all together in a big formation. So those guys are going to be together, and that's one of the 2 that I'm planning on doing. I'm trying to get both of them done, and so I can test them out and see which one works better. But that's what I'm looking at right now. Alright guys, thank you for watching, and like this video, thumbs up. It's blue, not like mine. Maybe I'll paint my hand blue once. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. If you have subscribed, thank you very much. If you're a new subscriber and you haven't heard me say thank you lately, thank you. I appreciate your subscription. And share my video around like that. If you share my videos around, it helps my channel. Really does. Share any videos around of any YouTubers that you watch. Best way to help them. And if I'm not your flavor, once again, look down on my subscriptions. I subscribe to a lot of stuff. I'm kind of a crazy kind of person. You're going to find something your flavor down there. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. Other than that, me and LT, who should be taking a nap, we'll talk to you later.